Hello, my beautiful people. It's your host, the Buckle Up with the Boys here. Drew Billy with another Endgame review. Dealing with a sickness here, so bear with me. But I hope you can understand what the hell I'm saying. Russell Wilson, very slow start in the first half. Offense all around, very slow start. Came back strong in the second half, 20-29, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns. Najee was not effective at all on the ground, rushing 6 carries for 17 yards. Pickens actually showed up this game, 5 receptions, 87 yards, a touchdown. Van Jefferson, traffic cone, 2 receptions, 37 yards, 1 touchdown. Najee with 3 receptions for 41 yards. Mike Williams, 1 reception, 37 yards. Calvin Austin, 1 reception, 25 yards. The issue is there's a lot of factors here that played into this game, played into why we lost. Offense too slow of start. I've been bitching about it last 4 games now. Tomlin, and explaining that the boys don't tote the bags that he totes. We get to the playoffs, that's great. We get out of a draft. We could just flop one season and flop and be able to get a lower draft pick, but he don't want to do that. So that's fine. Then we shoot ourselves in the foot. We can get in the playoffs, then we lose. I'm not going to blame Tomlin. I will say this, Terrell Austin, defensive coordinator, needs to be fired. The boys did not look like they wanted to be out there today or yesterday or last night. Our punter had a good game. That's great. When it gets to that point, you know what the fuck's going on. 51-yard average. But overall, the fight out there was not there. It was not apparent of a Steelers defense. I know even if you're not a Steelers fan, you expect the Steelers to be explosive on the defensive side of the ball, make big plays, get them behind the line, get some turnovers, some splash plays. We needed those. We did not get those. The guys are not even flying to the ball. They're just kind of pitter-pattering up to it. It's not good. It wasn't good. It was not good. I know a lot of people didn't like my ref comment, but you tell me when the fuck you've seen a football game that there's no holding calls. No holding calls. And that goes for both sides. I'm not saying for the Steelers side of the ball. I'm just saying this referee crew, they let the boys play. That's cool. That's great. But, at the end of the day, boys and girls out there, that's bullshit. I've never seen that. And that's not anything to do with us losing. That in my original post, you got to make that clear on my socials. Well, what I'm saying is I'm frustrated with my team. The team does not show up. And if you're a Steeler fan, this has been apparent since Ben left. And for Ben to even, and on his podcast, to even pick the Ravens, that tells me something. He has no belief in this offense. And it's not him being, giving a slight jab to, being retired and doesn't want someone to follow him and be better. No, it's him saying that there's an issue with this offense, with this core of the team, and it is a disaster. Russell Wilson, I'll say this, I didn't play football. I've watched football for many years, and I know a lot of people that have played football agree with my takes. So when I say something, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I need people to get that. When Trevor says something as well, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. We've studied the game. We watch film like these guys do. We try to study the game and give you the best news we can. And what I have to say this from last night, going through the progressions on Russell Wilson. If you played quarterback, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'll give you a little insight here. The issue is that he is not going through his transgressions. He's seeing the first option. The first option's not open. He shits himself, and then you either see him get sacked in the backfield or you see him throw the ball out of bounds. I don't think he is the guy for the future. I'm not going to start bullshit, and I know Tomlin's not going to make anything clear until 2 weeks or maybe even into the spring, but I really want Justin Fields to stay on this team, and I don't think it's going to happen. I will take youth over experience. I understand that we want to get TJ and Cam a Super Bowl before they retire, but Russell Wilson is not the answer. Either he shit himself because we're in Baltimore, and I know that's a toxic fucking place to play. It would have been for the Ravens if they came to the Steelers. But I don't think it mattered. It matters with him if it's a home game or an away game. He cannot get through his progressions. He cannot do it, or transgressions, whatever the hell it might be. He can't do it. And also, I'm dealing with a sickness, so just bear with me, folks. The other thing is, as well, our receivers not getting open. They do their route. They're not running around. They're not trying to get open. They're not trying to, try to extend the play. Maybe just make up the route. The original route didn't work. Well, let's get fucking open for the guy. There's a lot of things. We were dealing with week 2 preseason things in the playoffs here, going into the playoffs, and it's a disaster. Tomlin needs to get it reining in. Also, we are not going to be trading Mike fucking Tomlin. That's not even a possibility. Get that out of your mind. That's not even a thought. He's not going to go to the Bears or whoever the hell you think. He will be on the Steelers until he doesn't want to be on the Steelers. The Rooneys have made that very clear. They don't do public speaking. They don't really go out of their way, but you can kind of tell by the movements of this franchise that Tomlin will be there until he's done with it. The other issue is that our defense, highest paid defense. Okay, well, we need to look at maybe our coordinator. We need to look at maybe making a change there. We are not doing what we need to do on the defensive side of the ball. Also, the offensive side of the ball, we might need to look at something. I don't know. It is the same product every fucking year. It doesn't matter if it's Matt Canada, Randy Fichtner. It does not matter if it was Todd Haley. It does not matter if it's Arthur Smith right now. It is the same boring shit. We need to get in the 21st fucking century of this goddamn football game. Of style of play. You see it in Buffalo. You see it in Kansas City. You see it in Detroit. You need to get fucking splash plays. You need to do some different thing than fucking halfback dive up the middle. Halfback toss out on the right side. We have the left side of the field. I've said it all season long. You don't need to do 5-yard hitches. Slants over the middle are not going to work. You can't have a slant over the middle and have Pickens go deep. You need to fucking add some fluidity in the goddamn offense, and we don't have that. So until we do that, this is the product we're going to have. And I don't know, and I will say this, folks, and you guys can debate this in the comments if you watch this video up until this point. Do you think TJ and Cameron Hayward are going to get a Super Bowl by the end of their career? I do not think so. They are well deserving of it, but I don't think it's going to happen. We'll be back this Tuesday at 8 o'clock with more news on this. Me and Trevor are going to be debating this, talking about this, and discussing it. But we appreciate it as always. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. And this was last end game review of the season with your host, DB. All gas, no breaks. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you staying with me for this video. I was struggling, but I need to put it out. Appreciate all you.